Let's get to this Ron Paul story. It's so heartwarming. Ron Paul was interviewed on the Alex Jones program at the beginning of January.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm sure these are longtime pals. They get together and talk about how there's a one world government that's going to take us all over, and both using email lists extensively to push conspiracy theories that, of course, enrich them. But that's not the point. Back then, Ron Paul, said he wished he had control of ronpaul.com. The proprietors of ronpaul.com at that time, who were part of, I guess, the Paint Your Town Red, the Paul Brigade, the original Tea Party, who had set up the site, I guess, as a way of encouraging Ron Paul and perhaps raising money for him. They say they reached out to the retired politician and offered him ronpaul.org as a free gift, but if he insisted on owning ronpaul.com, then they would sell it to him. It would be part of a Liberty package with the site's 170,000 person email list. Now, the figure they were asking for is going to sound like a lot, but apparently these email lists are very, very lucrative. Extremely lucrative. An 170,000 person email list, if it's a quality email list, in which I imagine all of these were opt-ins of Ron Paul fans, is worth literally millions over the course of years. I mean, people rent these lists out. I don't rent out my list, but people do it, and so they were looking for $250,000. Now, this is a guy who made millions of dollars off of email campaigns, Ron Paul. Now, granted, back then he supposedly didn't write them, and apparently he didn't read them because some of them were fairly racist in tone, but that's the way he made some money. And I guess if he was making all that money, why would he bother to look at what somebody that he claims, was writing about these racist things that he had no idea on it? So claims that we tried to sell Ron Paul his name for $250,000 or even $800,000 are completely untrue. There's little doubt our mailing list would have enabled Ron Paul to raise several $1 million for the Liberty movement this year. It would have been a win-win-win situation for everyone involved. But Ron Paul, even though that would probably be a free market principle, right? I'm going to buy this. I don't think even libertarians think in nature that you own your own website named after you if you're not entrepreneurial enough to have made the smart decision to buy it when it was available. Right? I mean, let's just compare it to Ron Paul's theory on whether or not you buy health insurance. If you don't and you die without health care coverage, that's the way it goes. But instead, Ron Paul went to the United Nations. What? The United Nations World Intellectual Property Organization to file a 13-page complaint asking for control of both domains. Whoops. I wonder, did Ron Paul also file a complaint to get control of the United States of America? But now, apparently, those proprietors are unhappy. Back in 2007, they wrote, "We put our lives on hold for you, Ron. And we invested close to 10,000 hours of tears, sweat, and hard work into this site at great personal sacrifice. We helped raise millions of dollars for you. We spread your message of liberty as far and wide as we possibly could, and we went out of our way to defend you against unjustified attacks by your opponents. Now that your campaigns are over and you no longer you need us, you want to take it all away and send us off to a UN tribunal. They have only days now to respond by getting a lawyer and heading to the UN, if we ever hear of them again, and assuming they're not taken off by black helicopters."
I love how they said it. It was great. You want to send this off to UN Tribunal? What happens is you get sent a letter saying we relinquish your
Oh, and
rights
who
to the
told you to
domain.
say that? UN Agenda 21? Nice try.
We've been infiltrated.
Well, so good luck to the proprietors of ronpaul.com and good luck to Ron Paul. I have to say I'm enjoying this, and I hope basically that the UN uses its power to take it all away from both of you.